What's up, guys? Back at it, socks and slides. I know you might say something about that. I just wanted to slide something on, okay? So, there has been a lot done since the last video. This right here, this redneck butchery, is basically, we tore the head off with that engine stand over there. And that's diesel sitting in the cylinders. It's a good sign that these are actually draining into the oil pan. I know people are gonna be like, oh, diesel in your oil, that's bad. I'm gonna drain it, don't worry. But the back two, I think, is where the head gasket had a failure and it's really locked up back there. So basically what I did is got a ratchet on the damper bolt and got a, God bless you, and just tighten this up real good. So basically there's always pressure on it trying to break it free. I don't know if it will, but I think either way I'm gonna have to tear this entire engine out of here to rebuild it because the rod bearings and everything are probably shot. So that's gonna take a while. So that's what we got going on here. Basically strip the head off. Bless you again, I heard that. Over here we have the head. Basically stripped it down. You can see the two pistons that were locked up. This is probably where the coolant came in. Two valves are blown out. Can you see that? Hard. So those are both bad. I'm just gonna replace all the valves because I think I should just do that. Basically just wire brush the intake and exhaust ports real good. One of the, I think the middle intake is filled with like this like grody white stuff that's kind of like it's almost like chalk, like hardened chalk is in there, so I gotta clean that out real good. The manifold, the exhaust manifold, actually has a massive crack in it, so that kind of gives me an excuse. I really wanted to put a header on this thing just so it'll be louder and faster than the already turdy fastness it is. But we're gonna keep the original intake because to get like a 4-barrel intake for this thing, which is so much money, and it's just kind of, I feel like a little bit overkill for how small the engine is. So there's the intake, that's good. Gonna switch this out. The head actually looks all right. I cranked the cam and all the valves move, so that's good news. Another thing that we did a while ago. Oh boy. Okay, so here's another thing we did. Obviously we fixed this because that didn't open before. But it's kind of hard to see without the light, but there's a ton of rot in here, so I had to make 4 patch panels and weld them in, which kind of sucks because with the new gas tank that's so big, I might actually have to cut this whole thing out so it'll fit. So that might have been for nothing, but I really hope not. So that's what we got going on back there. I'm gonna quick shut the hatch. I'm just trying to get as much body work done as possible because it is the worst. Here's basically this was all rot. I know I make fun of my welds, but I just have a crappy MIG welder, so I ground them all down. I'm gonna have to Bondo this real good. It's just Zeused it on there. But also in here, I can barely get the grinding disc at it, so I'm not super worried about it. But there were 2 holes right there and there. Still have to find matching paint for that so we can just spray it real quick. I'm just trying to think. We have an engine stand, hoist, so that's good. And we took the hood off because it was beyond annoying. I'm just gonna hood pin it because the hinges were welded onto it, and hood pins will be stylish. We'll probably put them like right there and there. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Hit like and subscribe.